Be girl, be girl, be girl. I'm that kid in the corner, all fucked up, and I get with the morning. I don't even know what I fucking said because I forget the short shot. I know it's by the Beastie Boys. What's everybody? Got that cough still, everybody. Please deal with me. It's Joey G. What's going on? Too hot to freaking wear a hat, man. What's up with this weather, man? One day it's 80 degrees, next day it's 50. I'm wearing jerseys, I'm wearing hoodies, I'm wearing jeans, I'm wearing, you know what I'm saying? The weather in Philadelphia, it ain't always sunny, Danny DeVito. Real rat. Shit, still got my car keys on me. But what's up, everybody? It's Joey G, and today's title is, what is the greatest WrestleManias? And I'm going to give you my top 10, and I think that everybody will agree with me. And got a little something to say about my man. Towards the end, if we have enough time. If not, I'll do it tomorrow night on my Raw preview about my man, the lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose. The WWE top star says on another Aaron Rift, if you see him. I saw him on the internet and on his no DQ and whatever he does. He's a competitor to me. I really don't think he's interesting. Guys, then I'm wearing the Scruncher Jones again, that scrunch my nuts, the Joe Boxers. I'm not doing it for ratings, even though I do have a nice six-pack, but, you know what I mean? Sometimes I get uncomfortable down there. But, you know, I saw on him, and he said Dean Ambrose is going to be a main eventer, and you got to think, Dean Ambrose has found himself, and I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. Roman Reigns went down, so the opportunity for Dean Ambrose is there. He's there to be a main eventer. The opportunity's right in front of his fucking face. It's right there. I mean, it could be a blessing in disguise because, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, I just can't see. And I'm watching the Eagles game right now, and we're winning the whole game. We're destroying the faggot-ass San Francisco 49ers. I mean, I like Joe Montana. He's my favorite quarterback of all time. And I like Jerry Rice. But we were winning this whole time. We were up 21-10, and now we're down 26-21, I think. I can't believe this shit. And I got my buddy Kurt, who from Philadelphia, loves the Sixers, loves the Flyers, loves the Phillies, but he hates the Eagles. How could you hate the Eagles? The Eagles are the only Philly team I follow. For real. I mean, even the Phillies won the World Series. I was laying right here in this bed, smoking a blunt. I didn't even care they won the World Series. Really, I'm just being honest. I'm Joe. Joey G. I shoot from the hip. I didn't care. I'm not a big baseball fan. I was happy they won the next day. I was a little more awake. I was shaking people's hands and slapping five. The Flyers, yeah, I got hyped because I've liked hockey since I was a kid. Actually, when I moved to Fox Chase, I got into hockey because that was kind of like the suburbs. I came from Port Richmond, you know? So, you know, they weren't into hockey down there. You know, not like that. I came out to Fox Chase, everybody was into hockey. It was like a totally different atmosphere for a fourth grader. You know what I'm saying? Then I came out to Fox Chase, everybody's into hockey. All the rich, you know, like suburb boys got pads, and I'm just like used to playing stickball on Ann Street and Cedar Street, Ann and Cedar, back of Hoxton, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I did have a good life in Fox Chase, you know. A lot of guys up there I became friends with, you know, that are cool. A lot of guys up there that think they're tough, that ain't shit. And, you know, but it's like that with every neighborhood, right? But, like, it's just like coming from two different atmospheres. From Port Richmond to Fox Chase was like, you coming from, you know, rough white boys, and you just going to cream puffs. And as they got older, the cream puffs thought they were big, tough guys. But I'm friends with a lot of them guys, don't get me wrong. A lot of them are a little too big for the britches. And now I would just shoot them. You know what I mean? I got herniated disc in my back. I ain't playing around. You know what I mean? For real. And anybody wants to take that legit. I mean, most of the guys up there are my boys. You know what I mean? Anybody got anything to say about me? Ain't hard to find. So don't you know, if you feel froggy, jump. That's all. You know what I mean? But that's how it was. It was hard adjusting from Port Richmond to Fox Chase. You know what I mean? Like hockey, like to me, hockey was like you know, now I like it, but living from Port Richmond to Fox Chase, it was different. You know what I'm saying? It was just totally different. You know, and I was treated totally different too. You know what I mean? Just a difference and something I just came up with. But anyway, the great Dean Ambrose has got that opportunity. Run with it, Dean. You're the lunatic fringe. Run with it. You have the opportunity. You're the second baby face of the company now behind John Cena. Roman Reigns is out to maybe the Royal Rumble. You have a shot now, Dean. You heard the pops he got on SmackDown, the pops he got on Raw. His promos are great. Dean Ambrose is the man. The lunatic fringe. Just like Joey G, the future head of creative of WWE. Joey G. Believe it. Believe in Joey G. Believe in it. Feel the fist. This fist is like a brick. Look at it. It's a brick. It's a brick. I ain't a tough guy, but I'm just showing you it's a brick. Look at it. Brick. 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 How? I'm gonna have to Britney Spears in that video where the Illuminati went through her body. Oh, I feel so good. Oh, it just struck me. Remember that? Anybody remember that when she was sitting down with that video and they were like, who are they, Britney? And she went, like the Illuminati went through her body, like the devil's spirit. Like, weirdo shit. But let me get you on this, okay? We already went through 6 minutes of me just talking shit about how I grew up. And that's just Joey G because I jabber and jabber and jabber. And if you don't like it, shut it. But the top 10 WrestleManias of all time. And I'm going to start at number 10. The number 10. The 10th best WrestleMania of all time. WrestleMania 9. 1993. Las Vegas, Nevada. I forget the date. I think it was April 1st, 1993. Yokozuna versus Bret Hart was the main event. Hulk Hogan and Beef. It was Hulk Hogan's last WrestleMania also until he came back at 18 and fought The Rock, which is not even in my top 10. That could have been number 1 if The Rock and Hogan went last that night. But they went second to last or third to last. They had a Divas match after that. A Divas match after Hogan and The Rock at WrestleMania 18. WrestleMania 9, it was JR's debut at WrestleMania. So many great things, I mean, and so many stupid things like the Giant Gonzalez and that fucking bodysuit that was friggin' retarded. I mean, I don't even know why Vince McMahon would ever let that be done. Lex Luger looked great then. I mean, he was the narcissist, which a gimmick I think he should have stayed with instead of that USA shit. I thought that was kind of gay. But, you know what I'm saying? Oh, look at me, clumsy fuck I am. What do you call it? You know, it was just great. They brought Bobby Heenan out on like a mule, and he was like screaming. The Macho Man came out with chicks feeding him grapes. I mean, it was great. And Hogan and Beefcake, they didn't win the tag belts. But the greatest part of WrestleMania 9 was Hogan came out at the end. Bret Hart gave him the blessing, even though behind the scenes, there was a lot of politics going that Hogan didn't want to drop the belt to Bret. But anyway, that was the thing. Yokozuna said, I'll put the title on the line. He just won it from Bret with Fuji throwing salt in Bret's eyes. And Fuji challenged Hogan, said, we'll put the title on the line right now. Hogan drops to the leg, bang, becomes a champion. I mean, it caught me by surprise. I was in 10th grade at the time. And he won the belt. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit, he won the belt. And then he left. Then King of the Ring, he got squashed. Literally, Yokozuna squashed him. A camera came up, as I said before, hit him in the eyes, and he left. WrestleMania 9 is my number 10. It was a toga party. It was JR's debut. That's my 10th best WrestleMania. My 9th best WrestleMania. I was there. WrestleMania 15, The Rock versus Steve Austin. The first time they ever made it a WrestleMania together. And also Rock and Cena won. They fought 3 times at WrestleMania. This was the first one. And I was there. And I cheered The Rock. Because The Rock was my man then. And I liked DX, but I like DX with Shawn Michaels. I'm sorry. The real DX to me is Shawn, Triple H, Chyna, and Ravishing Rick. That's the original DX to me. I mean, Sean Waltman, I love you. You're part of the clique, you know. But the real DX is what I just said. WrestleMania 15 was great a lot of reasons. I was there. That's one. I mean, the Wells Fargo Center looks completely different when you're there for WrestleMania. I mean, everything was just set up differently. Even from other pay-per-views I've been at there, Unforgiven, over the years. SummerSlam was at the Spectrum back in 1990. But other pay-per-views I've been to, Mind Games, 96 I was there. WrestleMania was just set up totally different. I've been to Raws, SmackDowns. WrestleMania 15 was just set up completely different. Stone Cold won the title for the second time. The Rock, even though he was a heel, that you can't hear it on TV, he got a lot of cheers. That's why you watch it on TV, you think he's getting booed, but he got a lot of cheers when he came out with that belt. JR came out, Michael Cole, and see, I couldn't hear the commentary when I watched it on TV. Michael Cole and JR did it the whole night. And then JR came down, he got a pop. And when HBK came out, because he was the commissioner at the time, and told Vince, because Vince thought he was going to referee the main event, and told Vince to get the hell out of here, and HBK was zanged out of his mind before he found Jesus. that when HBK came out, that was the biggest pop I think I've ever heard. I mean, being there, I think that was that Sean Sexy Boy music hit, and it just everybody went nuts. But let me get to my next one. WrestleMania 15 was number 9. Number 8, WrestleMania 4. Why? I was young. Okay, I was in 5th grade. Yeah, I was in 5th grade. It was my brother Mikey, who's 25 yet, wasn't even born yet. This was March 27th, 1988. It was the first ever tournament for the WWE title. It was the first time ever Hulk Hogan wasn't the champion. And I didn't even expect Randy Savage to win it. That was the thing. I thought Hogan was going to win it again. I really did, because I was a little kid. That's what everybody thought. When Hogan fought the Warrior at WrestleMania 6, which is not in my top 10, was a good WrestleMania, but it's not top 10 worthy. I didn't think Hogan. I thought Hogan was going to beat the Warrior, but it was the other way around. I was one of them guys that thought Hogan. I wasn't a Hulkamaniac. I didn't think he could lose, but he got disqualified, and Savage fought. Who did he fight that night? One Man Gang, Greg Valentine, and Butch Reed and DiBiase in the finals. Hogan hit DiBiase with the chair, Savage with the elbow, new WWE champion. And the next year, him and Hogan main event at WrestleMania 5 at Atlantic City again in Trump Plaza. That's right. The Las Vegas one was at Caesar's Palace. Okay, number 7, WrestleMania 21. And I'm going to tell you why. WrestleMania goes Hollywood 9 years ago. Why? The launching pad for John Cena and Batista. And Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels stole the friggin' show. The first ever Money in the Bank match and the best ever Money in the Bank match with Edge winning. That's why. Batista won the world title that night. Cena won the WWE title that night, and they never looked back. Point blank, WrestleMania 21 is my 7th favorite. WrestleMania number 6, best WrestleMania of all time. WrestleMania 22, the last WrestleMania that was indoors. Why was that the greatest WrestleMania? One of the greatest WrestleManias of all time, the 6th greatest? Because Edge and Mick Foley had the greatest hardcore match ever. And for Mick Foley to go through a fucking steaming table to get that WrestleMania moment, Mick, my glasses, my smoke is down, everything's for you, Mick Foley. I'm not a big fan of yours, but I'm a rated R superstar. Edge, you're the man. You made that happen. That match was magic. And Cena versus Triple H was a great match. I really thought Triple H was going to kill him. I remember, I was really hyped for that WrestleMania. And I thought Triple H was taking back the belt. Everybody wanted Triple H. And Shawn beat the shit out of Vince McMahon. That was great, too. All right, let me move on. The 5th greatest WrestleMania of all time. Notice I went 21, 22. Now I'm at number 5, WrestleMania 23. Why? The title matches. Simple. Undertaker and Batista, world title, great match. I thought Batista was actually going to break the streak. Actually, the Undertaker wanted Batista to break the streak, but Batista said, no, Mark, no, I'm not breaking it. So Undertaker won. Cena fought HBK. They tore down the house. Finally, Cena tapped. Great match. WrestleMania 23, the 5th greatest WrestleMania of all time. Number 4, WrestleMania 28. How can you argue? Once in a lifetime. Rock and Cena won. A lot of people thought Cena was going to win that one. The Rock won. He paid his dues. He won that match. That CM Punk and Jericho, great title match. Just a great WrestleMania 28. The 3rd best WrestleMania of all time, WrestleMania 19, from start to finish, just great matches. The title matches were great. Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. The big thing of that night was Brock Lesnar doing a shooting star press off the top rope and breaking his neck just about and winning the WWE title at Scafield Field. And Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels stole the show that night in their match. Triple H buried Booker T that night too. 2nd best WrestleMania of all time, WrestleMania 3. Savage and Steamboat. That's all I'll say. Andre and Hogan, yeah, but Savage, Steamboat, not just the greatest WrestleMania match, maybe the greatest pay-per-view match of all time. And the greatest WrestleMania of all time, from start to the gimmick battle royal to the Rock and Austin at the end when Austin went heel with McMahon. WrestleMania 17, the greatest WrestleMania ever. It's my way, the highway. Remember Limp Bizkit did the promo song for that. Greatest WrestleMania ever. April 1st, 2001 in the Astrodome, Houston, Texas. WrestleMania 17. Regal and Jericho kicked it off. It ended with Austin and The Rock, and it was great. This is Joey G. I'm out. Peace.